We moved into the flat when I was 19, just me, my older brother, and my mum after her breakup. It was a fresh start, our first proper place, a small two-bedroom flat. But it had this long, narrow hallway that ran from the front door to the living room. Honestly, from day one, that hallway gave me the creeps. Things started small, stuff you can explain away. A door to a room we weren't using would be slightly ajar when we were sure we'd closed it. The electric kettle in the kitchen would click itself on. No big deal, right? Old wiring, a draft, the building settling. My brother and I joked about it. My mum just shrugged it off. We were all under stress, it was a weird time. Then one night I was in bed and I heard my mum shout out. Not a scream, more like a sharp, panicked get off. I bolted into her room. She was lying there, the duvet pulled right up to her chin, wide awake. She said it was nothing, probably just a bad dream, and told me to go back to bed. I did, but I remember lying there thinking her voice didn't sound like someone waking from a nightmare. It sounded present, in the room. Things settled for a bit, but the feeling in the flat never really lifted. Then my mum came home from work one day really upset. She told me, almost embarrassed, that every single time she put her key in the front door, she'd be hit with this wave of dread. Like all the happiness was just sucked right out of her the moment she stepped into the hall. We were actually standing in the kitchen talking about maybe looking for somewhere else when we heard this huge bang from my brother's room, followed by him shouting for Mum. We ran in, he was just standing there, staring at this big canvas wardrobe. A stack of boxes that had been sitting untouched on top of it for months was now scattered on the floor. And as we watched, this CD case next to the TV at the foot of his bed just fell over, not wobbled and tipped. It was like it got pushed. That was the first time we all just looked at each other without any jokes. There was a long, quiet period after that, weirdly quiet. I stayed out late one night at a friend's. When I got home, maybe around 1 a.m, I got a Facebook message from my brother. He'd sent it hours earlier. It just said, "Let me know which lights are on when you get in." I looked around. The hallway light was on. The bathroom light was on. My bedroom light was on. I told him. His reply came straight back, "Get out. Go to your sister's now." I didn't. I was tired and maybe a bit stubborn. I just turned on every other light in the flat and sat in the living room. Nothing happened. But the air felt thick and I kept staring at the crack under the living room door, watching for shadows in the lit hall outside. My brother told me the next day what had happened to him. He'd been the last one in, turned all the lights off, and gone to bed in Mum's room. After about 20 minutes, the hallway light came on by itself. He got up, turned it off. Got back into bed, then he heard the distinct click-clack of the pull cord for the bathroom light being yanked. That cord was stiff. It took a real tug. He said he was just debating whether to get up again when he saw it. A small, glowing ball of light appeared above the bedroom door, shot down to the floor, and vanished. He grabbed his stuff and ran out of the flat. He didn't turn off the lights, but when I'd come home, they were all back on. The final thing happened months later. We'd all moved out, but the lease wasn't up. The electricity was cut off, so the place was empty and dark. I went back one evening with a few friends. We were in the living room with the door closed, just talking by candlelight. And I froze. I heard it. A low, quiet, almost mournful moan. A woman's voice. It came from down the hall. I stopped everyone and asked the guy next to me if he'd heard anything. He shook his head. I tried to laugh it off, told myself it was the pipes or the wind in the empty flat next door, but the mood had shifted. Then we all heard it. A deep, guttural, painful-sounding moan. A man's voice. This time it wasn't down the hall. It was right outside the living room door. My friend and I locked eyes. We didn't say a word. We just stood up, told the others we were leaving, and we all got out of there as fast as we could. I never spent another night in that flat. The weirdest part to me, the thing that still gets me, wasn't the noises or the lights. It was my little niece. She was about 2. Whenever she came over, she would cry hysterically, pointing down that long hallway, saying over and over, "The man, the man." She couldn't be calmed down until she was taken out of the flat. We never saw a man, we never found a reason. We just left. And sometimes I still wonder about that hallway and what or who might have been standing in it with us all along. Does your home ever feel like it's not entirely your own? Share your story below.